All right, I'm here with the head coach of our men's and women's cross country program, Pat Hager. Is going to talk a little bit about his fall 21 season and where they're at right now, and heading into the Niagara region competition this weekend. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, let's look back. What's the year been like? This fall been like to get back into full swing with your teams?
Yeah, we had a great year just from the start of preseason. It's not the biggest group we've ever had, but it immediately was just a super great group to work with. Great personalities. They meshed well from the get-go. They're just having a blast. So we've had a good year. I think it went exactly how I would have wanted to in terms of like peaking where we wanted to peak so far, at least like through the NCAA Championships, and really taking some of those early meets to kind of focus on training, focus on pack running, focus on getting into racing a bit. Worked out well.
And coming off E8s, both teams third place finishes. What was that, and how's that build into the momentum of this weekend?
Yeah, I think it speaks to what I said before about the team and their camaraderie. Like I think maybe we approached our mental aspect of E8s a little bit differently this year. I mean, we've past few years of men have always been in contention to win. Women won 2 years ago. We kind of wanted to approach it with almost, sounds weird to say, but more of a relaxed atmosphere, just encouraging the team to have a blast together, encouraging them to run for each other and work in their packs. And before the race, I think they were excited about the course. It was a hard-packed, dry, fast course, and so I think they really got to not only showcase how they did in the conference, but also run fast. And I think cross-country isn't necessarily about running fast times, but let's be honest, when you get a chance to do that, it really gets everybody excited. So, as they were coming in the last straightaway at E8s, they just all ran really well. And so I'm thrilled with the performances there.
All right, let's take a look at the women. I'll introduce this. Due to some unforeseen medical issues, you're left with a smaller team that can compete in regionals. I won't go into the details on that, but talk a little bit about the athletes that will be performing, and including that as your top two runners for most of the year.
Yeah, well, for the women specifically, just tough circumstances this week. So we'll run 3 girls at regionals on Saturday, and Amanda Berchter and Rachel Domaraki. They've had a great year. They've been training partners. Amanda's beat Rachel a time or two. Rachel's beat Amanda, and they've really worked well there. And so I think they both have opportunity to be top 35, which would be all region. Which would be, we've never had anybody finish in all region in NCAA, so that would be great. I would dare to say that maybe we could clip a national bid for an individual runner if we catch some fire there. And then Phoebe Grant is the other one able to run, and she she's used to run with the pack. So I think we preach to the girls, hey, you're running for your teammates this weekend. Largely, they're going to be watching, they're going to be following the splits on Leon timing, and just keep that in mind while you're out there. For the men, our top 4 guys are seniors, so it's their last cross-country race, so kind of emotional for them in that sense, and I think they're ready for that. We've got a few younger guys behind them, JJ Eustace, Sam Lyon, Caleb Casper, who excited to kind of continue what they're doing, and sort of what I'm actually looking for from them is more like, okay, let's get some good momentum going into next year, since you guys will be kind of taking over leadership of the team. So, yeah.
Who are those other top names? You mentioned some of the supporting cast behind them. Who are some of the ones you're expecting?
Yeah, sorry. Dave Russo, again, I think he's got a chance for all region honors. He's run well all season. He hasn't really had a bad race. He's really stepped up, and so he's in another level focus wise right now. Seth Green, Dylan Bell, Dylan Beckhorn. Seth Green just loves running. He's got a smile on his face during races. Dylan Bell is in a pack with him, and then Dylan Beckhorn is kind of in between those guys and Caleb and JJ. So, so those guys have proven themselves as some of the top in the conference, and hopefully we can get several top 60 finishes with those guys.
Well, how about what the weather's looking like, and maybe what the course is like?
Yeah.
How much do you know about that, and how would those variables play into?
Yeah, we ran there this season. It went really well, so I think that's always a good mental edge when you've run well at a place. It's just a 2K loop on the National Warplane Museum in Geneseo, so it's just a wide open 2K loop in the middle of this airfield, so flat as can be. I think the weather's looking pretty good. There's a little rain in the forecast, but I don't think it'll affect the conditions too much. I think the stage is going to be set for another potentially fast race. So I told him, your team is always your number one focus, but you can get a little greedy at regionals here. Maybe go for go for performance, get with a pack that you think you can stick with, and try to push yourself a little bit more. It's the last opportunity. So
Perfect. Thanks, Coach.
good. Thanks a lot.